Hi, Brad. Thanks for the time. Curious, what has Joe Mazzulla added to your staff this year?
Yeah, Joe's terrific. Done a great job with the scouts that he's been assigned to, done a great job with player development that he's been assigned to. Always has outside the box ideas and also is very proactive. I think one of the things about coaching, especially when you've been a head coach like Joe has, like a number of the guys on our staff have, is that, they realize it's not just about what the assignment is. It's about making sure that they're thinking about creative ways to be better and make us better, without any real direction. And I think that that's where, our staff has done a good job all year. But Joe's been a great addition, brought a great energy, everything, all positive.
Question in person, Chris Mannix.
Are you at the point with Kemba where you're not even thinking about Embiid at this point? How have you seen him kind of respond over these seeding games going into the playoffs?
Yeah, he's fine. He's ready to roll. Yeah, it's been a good plan of attack by our training staff. And Kemba, obviously played well. And now, minutes-wise, should be in good shape to play.
He's never really had an injury like anything before, really, especially not like that. How have you seen him kind of respond to all that over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I just think as you get older and you get, you get into this more, he's just played a lot over the last 10 years. And so it was important to take a step back. In some ways, the hiatus was probably beneficial for him. And then the opportunity to really strengthen over the first 3 weeks here before ramping up his minutes, I thought was the right move. Certainly, I didn't know how we would come out of the gate as a team. We didn't come out of the gate well, to be honest. But we got better as time went on, as he became more available. And I think we're ready. And, the task is tall, but, he feels good and we feel good.
We'll stay over there and go with Gary Washburn.
You've had trouble with opposing bigs here before you face probably the best one in the league. How do you kind of approach guarding Embiid?
Yeah,
letting him be as effective as he can be.
Well, Embiid is a heck of a player. Obviously Al's a heck of a player when Embiid's not in the game at the 5. And then they've got great scoring around him. I think that's the thing that nobody's really focusing on or talking about with Simmons out is they have shooting at every other position. All 9 other guys that'll play around Embiid can all shoot the ball. And so it makes it very difficult. You have to pick your poison at times. And we have a great deal of respect for him. And played him in the past, but, I know that obviously the way they're playing now and the way that they're spreading the floor around it makes it very difficult.
Tom Westerholm.
Their offense, that's why their offense is so good right now. And you saw that last night against Houston.
Hey, Brad. We didn't get a chance to ask the other day, but how's Romeo doing? Is he okay? And can you just kind of take us through what happened with him?
Romeo has, I think, torn ligaments in his wrist. He will probably have to do something about that at some time. But we're still going through the process of determining next steps with him. He is I don't know if that means that down the road he'll have to take time off, if that means that he'll have to have it worked on. But they're determining, and we're still in the process of determining how he feels and whether or not he'll be available or not. I'd say it's questionable right now.
Mark Murphy.
Hi, Brad. With no Simmons, how much more does Al become a facilitator in their mix? And especially if he's playing next to Embiid, he's going to be out there.
I'm sure you guys have all watched him. The last 4 games without him, I think they played 16 games without him this year. Again, they're the best offense in the league by the numbers. Their numbers are higher than the Mavericks, right? And I think that when you think about that, that's pretty impressive, and that just was solidified last night. They have a number of guys they can play through. They have a number of pick and roll players. They have a number of shooters, and then they can play through Al as a passer in the high-low. They can play through Al in his typical spot when Embiid is out as a pick and roll or pick and pop five. Obviously we're well aware of that. They're going to be very tough to guard. And Al is obviously a big part of that. Embiid's a big part of that, but everybody else is too.
John Corrales.
Couple things. First, Daniel Tice has had a sore right foot. How's that? And back to Romeo, it seems like every time he's had any sort of opportunity, some sort of injury has come up to kind of rob him of any other chance to move forward this season. What's that been like for you to see him have to go through that?
Yeah, that stinks. He'd be better able to answer the emotional roller coaster you go on when you experience those injuries and those setbacks. And it's always been significant enough that it's been, at least a portion of time, not just a day here or there. So, that stinks, and I feel for him. He is a hard-working guy. He's a tough guy. And I think he's got a bright, bright future. And so, again, I hope that he's able to play, but that's going to be totally dependent on our doctors and dependent on his own probably pain. And so he's going to have to test that and get used to it and see what it feels like. If not, then, we'll have him back when we have him back. I don't remember your first question.
Daniel Tice.
Tice is fine.
All right, Mark Narducci.
Brad, how important has it been that since you've come here that Danny's been there and you've had the stability in the front office? A lot of teams aren't able to say that.
Yeah, stability, ownership, front office. We have a lot of our coaching staff still here 7 years later. We've only added a few over the years here, and I think that stability is helpful. We do have a good feel for each other. We've been through ups and downs, and nobody has really rode the roller coaster. It's not like when we've won a series or good things have happened that we're doing cartwheels, and it's not like when bad things that were happening that we're pointing fingers. We're just moving on to what's next, and it's an excellent working environment. It's an empowering working environment. I'm thankful to be there.
All right, final question for Coach Jake Fisher.
Hey, Brad. Thanks for the time. Obviously, Jason has gotten a lot of attention this year for his improvement on the court, but I've been really struck by his outward commitment to fatherhood and raising Deuce, and obviously, not obviously, but that's something I've heard is a strong value to you. Have you guys had conversations about being a parent, about raising young kids, especially in this bubble environment?
I think we all talk about our families a lot because we really miss them. That's the negative of this. And there is it's something that we all bond over, I'm sure. I do think, Tatum's a terrific parent. He's a terrific person. He's a guy you enjoy being around. But yeah, we talk about that stuff. And, my wife just sent a bunch of books yesterday for everybody if they want to do take off of a library shelf and read them. And we just have a lot of people, not just Tatum, a lot of people with young kids, both on our staff and our team. And so any opportunity we get to spend time with them from here and obviously spend time when we're at home, we value greatly.
All right, thanks.